good feeling because I really have been struggling. You know, a lot of times we get on this app and all we do is argue. Like, let's just be honest. This app is late. Like, bitch, we get on this app and it's nothing but AIDS this, AIDS that, who fucking who, whose family is the top family, who got the most nick. Like, it's so late. Like the frequency of BO is so late, but because we all make monetary gain, we make money on this app. A lot of us have to deal with what the lateness and indulge in the lateness so we can make money. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way around making money on this app. You have to be in the mix. So I was like, it's time. You know what I'm saying? So I made that 100% commitment that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna invest my time, and I also feel like God kind of told me that I need to do it because when I went to sleep yesterday, and I woke up today, not only was I like, I'm gonna start my own house, and I'm gonna stop talking to a lot of bitches. I went through my text messages and I blocked so many people that I felt like didn't have my best interest at heart or was just really not a part of like they would hold me back. They will hold me back to what I'm trying to do, what I want to do. And I literally just like blocked all of them. I went on my Instagram, I unfollowed like 100 people. Um, and I was just like, you know what? This is what I need to do. So I also heard a message from I woke up, a cleansing. I woke up and I also saw that Raytronics, Ray J, had started his network. And that really took me aback 2 steps because the reason why I demolished or canceled MCTV Streaming Network, which was the network that I originally created, and I had like 5,000 subscribers at like $10 a month. The reason why I eradicated that is because Ray J approached me with the Dosh network. And he also approached me with a check. You know what I mean? So he's like, hey, bro, you know, come over to the Dosh network. We doing big things. You know what I'm saying? I want you to come over here. You know, we got this check waiting for you. We want to use your content and we want to shoot more content. Got over there with Ray J. It was all good for the first 2 months. And then Ray J ended up getting into it. Thank you, Tyron. Ray J ended up getting into it with the CEO or the owner of the network, or not the CEO, but the investor. And then he quit. And he left me there. And so I'm there and I still got all these great ideas, all the things that I want to do, all the things that I did before. And the investor's like, well, we're going to make you the CEO of the Dosh Network. Ray J's gone. Fuck him, pretty much. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll be the CEO. How much money we're talking? Like, what's the investment? Like, what's going on? And they gave me this bullshit ass number that I didn't read the fine print on. And I signed a contract with them for like 6 months. It was horrible. None of the stuff that we was coming up with was getting funded. It was just I literally had to be the CEO of their company for 6 months up until this past October. So nothing was happening. Nothing was shaking. The investor didn't want to invest no more. Ray J was gone. The money was gone. It was just like, and I'm getting this little bullshit ass check. I'm not even gonna tell y'all how much I was getting a month. It was bullshit. And it was just horrible. So once October hit, I was free. I was a free agent again, and so was my content. So I had to wait it out. So when I woke up this morning and I saw that Ray J started his own network, I was like, I hit him up and I told him congratulations, just to kind of see what his energy was going to be. And he responded back. He was like, yeah, bro, it's lit. I love you. Thank you for the congratulations. We need to talk. I was like, all right, bet. So I talked to him, and after I got finished talking to him, it was good shit. But I didn't want to be back under. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to follow back with a person who just made me do the same thing, and then what if 6 months from now he give up on the Raytronics too? You know what I mean? Or maybe he don't see, like, me and him get into it, and then he fire me or something, or just any type of that thing. I'm like, I'm going to start my own shit back up. I'm going to start my own shit back up because it is a reason why people are constantly trying to bring me on to their projects. It is a reason why people are constantly trying to make me be involved in what they got going on. I didn't even see the greatness in myself because I was so busy trying to show other people my greatness, if you understand what I'm saying. So I'm just like, fuck it. I'm not I'm not even going to go over there. I'm just going to reinvest my time and my money and everything back into me. And I'm going to have to really like stick to it. And I'm just going to really not be able, I need to zone in and not get distracted and just do my shit. And I know that I'm going to redo Hot Boys Atlanta season 2, but that's not going to be my starter kit for my network, because every starter kit to every new network has been fighting and bullshit. I'm not going to tell y'all what I'm going to shoot, but the shit that I'm going to shoot is going to be so motherfucking dope that it's going to be I can curate my own support. And everything starts off small. I just want my first 10,000 subscribers. And it's going to be for the people on Bigo. It's going to be for the 10,000 people in my Discord. It's going to be for the people that follow me on Instagram. It's going to be for the people that follow my content and my audience. And it's not going to be, because I do have a lot of people that follow me from Bad Boys and, of course, Love and Hip Hop, or, all the shows that I've been on. But I also have people that follow me for other things. And majority of my audience, that's still my audience, is comfortable with what I want to shoot. And so what I'm going to shoot and what I want to shoot is going to be nasty. It's going to be sickening. So I'm doing that. That's my route. And then once I do that, then I'll go back to shooting the season 2 of Hot Boys Atlanta with the fighting and the drama and all of that. And then I'm going to go shoot Ragnarok again, finish Ragnarok out. And I'm going to do all of that. And then I'm going to also add my podcast on my network. So I'm going to put all of this stuff on all of my content on the network. And I'm going to lock it in and zone in and make sure that I pay attention to the people that are supporting me. And that was one of the things why I had to kick out a whole bunch of people out of the House of Milan. I had to unfollow a whole bunch of people on social media. And I'm not done. Actually, I was unfollowing people. Then I got logged out of my Instagram for like 10 minutes. And I was like, damn, bitch, did they log me out of my Instagram because I was unfollowing all these people? But turns out it was actually a glitch on Instagram. So I stopped doing the unfollow. And I'm still about to go and continue to unfollow all the people that I don't feel like actually support me. You know what I mean? I'm only curating and being surrounded by people who feed into me. As much as I feed into everybody around me, I want to also get fed into as well. Thank you, Truth. I don't want to continue to just be drained, getting sucked dry, being used. I'm sick of that shit. I'm done with it. It's not happening no more. And everybody that joined my house, the house of my ballroom house, are gonna be active. They're gonna be ready. They're gonna be hungry. They're gonna be sickening. They're gonna be fab. We're gonna have a look about our That's what my house is gonna represent. And then everybody that joins my team for my network, we're gonna make money together. We're gonna make good content together, and we're gonna give everybody and everything a new breath of being a gay Black man. I should have been did this. I hate that it took me to become my age to really really believe in myself, because I believed in myself, but I really didn't recognize who I really was until the last 24 hours. And that's really me being completely honest. Like, I knew I was a bad bitch, but I really wasn't sure. Like, I felt like maybe somebody else made me a bad bitch. What's up, y'all? What's up, Pres Brian? Or maybe it wasn't me. But everything that I need, God has already gave me all of the utensils, everything that I need. Bitch, I'm young, I'm healthy, I'm attractive, I have energy, I have the spirit to just like do everything, and I have the drive and the momentum, and I have the foundation and the credentials to do my own thing. And I am going to do my own thing. And so I can't wait. I'm going to try to bring everybody, again, I really sound like a broken record a little bit, because this is my same ideology or thought process when I started MCTV Streaming Network the first time. But now that I know that it's something that I had to tap back into, it's up. And I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly what I need to do, and I know exactly what I don't need to do, because I've learned my lesson. I was thrown off my rocket for almost a year and a half with doing other shit, but I'm back. So yeah, like, it's about to be up, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm gonna pay for my shit to get posted on It's On Site. I'm gonna pay for my shit to get posted on Neighborhood Talk, Hollywood Unlocked. Bitch, my content is gonna be seen, and I'm gonna post it on my actual Instagram page to my millions of fans. So I'm whatever the shit that I'm about to do, I'm already know exactly what I need to do to get my shit out there, and it's done. It's up. I'm just ready to put my money where my mouth is and just start doing my shit. They already got their own pages, ball voyeurs. That's the gag. All of them already got their own pages. So it's up. And then with you, ball voyeurs, the first show that I want to do, I definitely need you to be a part of it. I definitely want you to be a part of it, because I'll talk to you about it offline. That's why I'm glad you sent me your number. I did see that you sent me your number. And we're definitely gonna work together. So it's up. It's up. And that's where I'm at. Y'all are asking me, do I know the name of the new house? Yes, I do. Am I going to tell y'all on Bigo tonight? No, the fuck I'm not. You bitches is gonna have to wait till we debut at a house ball or a ball. And then you'll hear the name. Hey, fuckery. I already have an overall mother. I love you too. I already have a overall father. And they two dope ass motherfucking bitches. And I have I have two other founders that were kind of like in my ear the whole time when I was struggling with, am I going back to my house? Am I going back to the House of West? They were like, no shade to the House of West, but they were like, you need to start your own house. So, it's good. And right now I probably got 5 rock socking members. For sure. One of the people, and I'm gonna just one of the people when I made the original post when I was trolling, they hit me up, and then I went to the ball, and because I was going back and forth with them, like really, like, this is how y'all know that I really love the House of West. So one of the people is over Shakova. and they were a 007 when they hit me up when I made the post. I mean, this nigga is bam, kadooms. And because I was like, still like, I don't know, I might still go back. I love the house. Like, I don't, I got to the motherfucking bar in Atlanta, and this motherfucker come out in a whole nother house. And if I say too much, y'all go clock the T. But I was like, God damn, bitch. And then today I'm thinking like, God damn, I should have did it then, because I could have had this person in my house, and now they in a whole nother house. And so I kind of gagged about that. So, but yeah. So I had a whole bunch of dope ass people that was trying to come when I made that post. I really gagged. You gonna walk face fuckery? Okay. Let's do it. I really fucking gagged. When I made the little trolley post and all of those people were saying, like, do it, I want to join, I'm coming. I really, really did gag. And that person really made me gag. And it really made me feel like, because I know hella people was asking him to be in their house. Just as many people that was asking me to be in their house, I know they was asking him to be in their house. James, we the people need and want to know, when will you get the courage to permanently remove Tay? I don't want y'all to think that I'm not in the house because of Tay. I mean, I didn't come back to the house. I mean, I got originally suspended from the House of West because of Tay, but me coming back to the house or not coming back to the house had absolutely nothing to do with Tay. Like, it's not like I'm like, oh, Tay's over there, I don't want to go back to the House of West. No. Because before I came to the house, I didn't like Tay. And I still came to the House of West. So it has absolutely nothing to do with Tay. When did I throw my first ball? In 2001. It was at the skating rink in Chicago. It was at Route 66 skating rink. Route 66 roller rink was the first ball I ever threw. Yes. Petey, do you remember that? Petey, weren't you there when I had the gates? And then I had the gates was on the runway, and I had the goldfish and all of the on the tables, and Yasmin took the bowl of goldfish in front of the judges panel. She threw it in her head and she started swinging it around, and she went into her dip. Hey Tay, I was just telling them how the reason me coming back to the house or not my decision of not coming back to the house had absolutely nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? That's what I mean, I know you probably was. Hey, I know you probably was listening, or somebody probably went over there and probably told you I was reading you or something. I don't know what the fuck, but but no. But yeah, Tay had no parts in my decision on not coming back to the house. Like I said, me and Tay wasn't cool. So are you in the house? No, unfortunately, secret. I decided today that I will be starting my own house. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I decided today that I will be starting my own house. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, so yeah, I was just telling my time, like I mean, I needed to do my hours anyway, so I wanted to kind of explain to everybody that I'm starting my own network back up. I have some really good ideas. One of my ideas is going to be a ballroom center type of show. I have all of my equipment, all of my cameras. I think you're trolling. Okay. Don't tell people your ideas. Oh no, I ain't telling them my ideas. Just that it's a ballroom idea. Girl, no. That ain't telling my idea. Bitch, they not even gonna ever even think of how the ballroom idea that I'm doing, that I'm gonna do. It's bad. But yeah, so I just, I think you would shake it and just do it. Yeah, I'm gonna just do it. I think it's a lot. times that we kind of like talk ourselves out of doing shit that we know we in our hearts that we should do. Y'all are gonna gag, yeah. And so yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And watch you be in the West Grand Market. This girl is crazy. Big Papa, don't come here sending me no motherfucking maces. Is you crazy? You a 3 milli host, and you coming here sending me maces? Bitch, I'll kick you out of here for trolling. I feel like that's trolling me. Like, are you fucking nuts? West Ball 2025. Damn, that's a long ass time away. Can we get some beans? I just talked for a whole hour, and I love it. I love it when y'all be so intensive, especially when I be talking about like serious shit. But also, I notice whenever somebody gets to talking or gets to telling stories, the people, they really sit and listen and they don't be gifted. But can I get a little 1-2, a little treasure, some shield, something, a little cute, whatever has been making you uncomfortable and doubt yourself, lean into it with all your pressure. Yeah, I did that today. Thank you, Truth. Thank you, baby. I did that today. I really did. It's gonna be an ATL. Okay, period. Yeah, that shit was really kind of like it was bothering me, and I kind of think I broke it down. And I realized that me having my associations with certain people that y'all think that are, hey Velma, that y'all think that are like my good girlfriends and all of that, y'all really would gag. Like I had to just kind of like remove myself from all of that. Like it'd be a lot of mess and a lot of drama and a lot of shit that is like, I think for me, every day I'm allowed to evolve. And every day I'm allowed to become a better person. And the shit that I did yesterday, I don't constantly need to be reminded of some shit that I did yesterday. Thank you, Madhouse. I don't need to be reminded of none of that shit. That shit is not me. I'm not that person, especially after my birthday. Like anything that I was doing with you when I first met you, and I'm still doing it, or if I'm not, like, it's like that was me and when I first met you. I'm not that same person. So can you unpack about opening houses before? Yeah, we'll definitely unpack that. Oh no, I've been parted ways with Prince. I don't talk to Prince no more like that. Like, I don't talk to Prince no more like that. So I think this kind of all ties in. Thank you, Mackie, with like starting my own house and starting my own network again. Starting my own house again and starting my own network again. The first time, thank you, Lion. The first time I started my own house, I allowed a bigger conglomerate to convince me to join their conglomerate. And I ended my conglomerate, or I ended my house. And this was in this was in 1999, 2000. Dad, next month I'm sending my dragon for my admin. Okay. This was in 1999, 2000. And it was the House of Ovenus. And that was the first time that yes, 1999, y'all, 2000. I was still in high school. I was a kid. Hey, Neiman Marcus. Hi, beautiful. I was still in high school, y'all. I was sneaking out of my dad's apartment. Now, mind you, we owned the building. So I was sneaking out of my dad's apartment because I had my own apartment, even though I was still in high school and I was still a kid. My dad gave me the whole basement apartment to myself, but I could easily sneak out. You know what I'm saying? Because I basically had my own whole apartment as a fucking 15, 16-year-old. So Petey, you remember that? Now, mind you, y'all see the person in the comments named Pete Pistol? That used to be one of my best friends growing up. He used to live in Detroit, but he still used to come to Atlanta and we used to go back and forth. He is in the comments. His name is PD Pistol. Also, Neiman Marcus is somebody that I have known since I originally. Is Neiman Marcus in the queue? Y'all talking about bring Neiman Marcus up. Neiman Marcus ain't in the queue. Neiman Marcus is also another person that was in ballroom. I'm from Chicago. When I started my ballroom career, I think Neiman Marcus maybe came like a year after, because Neiman Marcus was a Delta, like he was a Butch Queen. Y'all know the Alpha Phi Theta Deltas, all that shit. When they be doing all that shit, in lines in the clubs and shit. Y'all know, what is that shit called, y'all? A fraternity. He was a Butch Queen in a girl sorority. Yes. Neiman Marcus Escada, that was in there that just said Neiman Marcus. He was a Delta, but he was a boy. Or maybe he was pretending to be a Delta. I don't know, but the bitch was really in the club doing. If you got to be from Chicago, you got to be older, because a lot of y'all are not gonna remember this. Because they used to go in the club and do sorority. Thank you, Truth Garcon. I don't know what it's called, y'all. Y'all is irritating me. I don't know what it's called. What is the little dances the sorority be doing when they be in the lines? It's called strolling. Okay, yeah. They used to be in the club strolling. What was it? What was you in, Neiman? Come up here. I don't know. I don't want to give out the like. I know it was like. What was the name of the sorority you was in, girl? I just sent you a request. Press accept. Hey, Neiman.
Hey, Mila.
Hey, beautiful. So, what was the name?
And I was not. I was actually in ballroom before you came. You came in '97. I was already walking balls, but I was not in a sorority. I was actually in a fraternity, but I don't discuss I don't mix the two.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember the ball with the gate, and that was
No.
Don't
ball, try to skip over it. Don't try to skip over it. No. What was the name of the dances you used to do in the club when you and all those boys used to be in the club and y'all used to do the, what is that called?
We were actually in a fraternity. We were stroll.
But y'all was not strolling like the Butch Queens. Y'all was strolling like the girls.
They were strolling like the girls, but what's going on, Milan? Congratulations on your new house. I'm excited for you. I know that it's going to do well. You did exceptional with Overness and Foray and Ebony, and I know this is definitely going to be.
He's not having it. No, this bitch is not having it. He's like, bitch, I'm in a fraternity now, girl. You can kiss my ass, mamas.
Didn't you just say you don't like people reminding you of your past?
Yeah.
So we're going to let that go and we're going to move on. But I'm excited to see Midwest royalty, and I'm excited to kind of see where this goes, because I know you're going to do well. I guess my question is, how you going to do both at the same time? Because if you start making that like real money, I really want to know how you're going to be able to invest your time in both, because you know how much it takes to get a ground off the house and run it and be successful.
Well,
I know at this age how you know, or be like, oh, fuck this house. I'm not going to this ball.
Yeah. So, I think for the last 2.5 years, I don't know if you missed it, but bitch, I've been in every goddamn ball already. So
you have
every major ball. So it's like, what difference will it make? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like I'm gonna slow down because I'm already been doing it, and I'm making good money, and I'm doing that already. So it's kind of like where I was procrastinating because of that same reason. Like, where am I going to get the time? I have somehow found the time to not only storm the balls and go to the balls, which was what I would typically do. I'm actually walking these balls. So I'm like, damn, bitch, I do have the time to be a founder. I do have the time to be a father. I do have the time to be a part of a house. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like my learning lesson for the house. And with the idea that I want to do for my show, for my network, it's just gonna all tie into each other at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of want to. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I want to film all of the stuff that I'm talking to you about and the experience of starting a new house and make a show about it. So my show is going to be the process of starting a new house, debuting at a ball, and all of that. And that's going to be my first show on my network. So it'll all make sense. It'll all kind of like line itself up with each other. So that's what I'm going to do.
So what's your biggest lesson that you'll take from the previous houses that you started or founded? What are you going to take? What's the biggest lesson you say you can apply to your new house that's going to come out?
So you're basically saying, what is the lesson that I took from all of my experiences in other houses, or
your biggest lesson? The biggest lesson, like the mistake that you made maybe in the past that you are not going to make with your new house.
I'm definitely not going to let any outside influences, any outside narratives, any outside people be able to sell me a dream to deter me away from my dream. And that was the biggest lesson that I had to learn. Because like you said, you were with me during the process of me starting the House of Ovaness. You was with me during the process when I started the House of Foray. And and at the time we were Midwest houses, and I allowed the bigger conglomerate houses to come to my city and persuade me that their houses was better for me than what I had already created and established. And that was a lesson that I learned then. And I didn't really learn it too well because I just had the same experience with my network, MCTV streaming network, that I originally started 3 years ago. I allowed a bigger person, Ray J, and the Dosh Network come and buy me out of that. And I did the same thing that I was doing in ballroom in my real life. So it was kind of like a parallel effect. But that was the lesson. The lesson is to not give up my legacy, to not give up, and I don't have to join nobody else's shit because I am worthy of all of those things. Because if I wasn't worthy, they would have never asked me to join their conglomerate.
Can you just promise me one thing though?
Mm-hmm.
You will not throw any plates at anybody again at a ball.
See, these people think, I'm telling you, these people think like, they don't know that, I've been a little rowdy little bitch for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about guns being brought to balls along. See, they think all of this shit is new. But you remember your ex-house mother, don't you?
Oh, definitely, yes.
Yeah, they think the guns at balls and the fights at balls and all of this shit is a new nuanced thing. It really is not. That even people getting stabbed at balls. All that shit happened in Chicago.
I remember Tony Khan and Amy Cavalli.
Yes. So, yeah, so I would never, I'm not even into that. When I go to balls and I go to shit now, I always have my security with me now. Now I'm on a whole nother level. So I would never be into that type of shit anyway. And I have anger management and depression and different things that I struggle with that I've already kind of like I've worked my way out of. So yeah, I wouldn't you don't have to worry about me throwing any plates. Oh, what is my favorite ballroom moment for Neiman Marcus Escada? And Neiman, you got to tell me what's your favorite ballroom moment for me.
Okay.
My favorite ballroom moment from Neiman Marcus is we had went to New York, and I think it was the Icon or Legends Ball, and you had walked Foot and Eyewear at that ball. Do you remember that ball?
I do.
And your attitude, your personality, you already had a bitch can't fuck with me attitude, but that night, because you were going against the Pradas, you was going against all these label villains, and back then this is when the girls used to scam caboodles, like it was a scammy set. And Neiman had on, I think you had on like some sandals. Didn't you have on sandals?
Yeah, I had on some Barbados sandals, some Versace eyewear, and I think a Henry Bendale belt. I can't remember. It was like a beaded dash belt. Yeah.
Yes, and but that was my favorite ballroom moment for Neiman Marcus, because I just loved he was not bothered by these bitches. And we were in New York, so I was really intimidated by bitches from New York, because people from New York act as if they own ballroom, and we were kind of like mimicking them. You know what I'm saying? And they had this attitude and this perception, this persona that was very like nasty. And they intimidated me a little bit. But I love that Neiman was not bothered by none of them hoes. So that was my favorite ballroom moment for Neiman. Neiman ate them up. She ate them up.
I think my ballroom moment for you, it's interesting that you say that, because when people be like, well, Neiman didn't walk balls. No, I walked balls. I just walked a lot of balls during the era where they had videotapes and VCRs. We didn't have YouTube back then. But anyways, I think my favorite moment from you, from all the moments that you had in Chicago, it wasn't even in Chicago. It was in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
You was voguing against this child that had braids, and Milan, you did this move where you kind of hands up under, like you grabbed the side of your head, put one left hand on the side of your head, your other hand on the side of your head, and you did this thing, and you was like, wop, 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 and went into a dip, and the whole ballroom real crazy. I had never seen a move done like that before. Every time I see that clip from you voguing, I get chills. I've always said you had the best duck walk in ballroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you went up there to Philadelphia, and it was, it'd be like 50 of y'all girls walking Vogue Phil, 100 of y'all girls. That is one moment from you that I will never forget in Philadelphia, when you ran through them girls like that. You was a blonde then, and
that was
them kids up.
Yes, that was my debut as Mother Blahnik.
Huh?
Yeah, it was me and Pony. Mm-hmm. That was my debut as Mother Blahnik. It was me and Pony. Yeah.
I think that was one of my favorite moments from you. And I think when you did you do the Matrix, or not the Matrix, but was you painted in blue?
I hated that, girl. Don't ever. Oh, that in Chicago when I did it the first time was fat.
Did it? Yes.
Yeah.
That
Mystique.
was one of my.
I had did Mystique in Chicago, but then I ended up doing Mystique again in New York, and it was a flop in New York.
I didn't see that.
Yes, I ended up doing it in New York, and I ended up buying these big, giant, huge titties. Like I ordered these synthetic breasts, and because I just wanted to be more voluptuous, and I ended up, it was just horrible. The first time I did it, I cleared the ball. I won that ball. The first time I did it in Chicago, I tore that ball up in Chicago. But when I tried to redo it again in motherfucking New York, my titties was too big, and it was just not. We supposed to be voguing like our favorite film queen, and my titties was too big. My little prosthetic titties was so huge. But my favorite ballroom moment that I feel like me and you shared, for both of us, was the day it was at a mini ball in Chicago. You probably not gonna remember it. It was a mini ball in Chicago on 95th Street, and me and Raven was into it real bad. We was into it real bad because I used to go with Chucky, and then she started dating Chucky after I was dating Chucky, and she was like feeling it. She had came to the ball with him, like they had on matching outfits and all of that, and she was out there voguing, and you said something to me on the microphone, and I was like, no, bitch, DJ, pump the beat, because no, I was on the panel. And the bitch said something to me while she was on the floor, and you was like, oh, girl, she's not about to vogue against you. She's judging tonight. I said, no, the fuck I'm not. I said, DJ, pump the beat, because I'm about to fuck this bitch up. And I got off the panel, and I wore Raven out at that motherfucking ball. And you was going crazy on the motherfucking microphone. You knock, knock. Who's that? Oh, knock, 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 knock. You was just losing it like, bitch, I still kind of remember your motherfucking chant in the back of my head. But that was my favorite moment that I feel like me and you kind of like shared for like ballroom for me. Like it just, you really like turned me up that night as the commentator. So that was one of my favorite moments. I don't know, do you remember that?
I do. I remember Milan. I have a very good memory. I remember a lot of shit from ballroom, especially in the Midwest, because you got to think, you know, when me and you kind of took over ballroom, honestly, that's when the Midwest really, really, really like took off in Chicago. So I remember like a lot of stuff. I remember, do you remember we went to the Rodeo Ball? I don't know if you was there in 2001. When, you know what, I'm not going to even mention that. I was going to talk about the Rodeo Ball and the big old fight that they had.
Oh yeah, I remember that at the bus when God.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, I won. That was my first time. That was my first time. I had won over Kevin Allure or Kevin Vuitton or whatever his name is. Well, rest in peace. I'm sorry. Let me say that. Kevin Allure, the Vogue Femme, and he was so mad at me when I won over him. He was so mad at the ball, at coming to Detroit. He was angry. But yeah, I remember that ball, and I remember I came outside, and them bitches was twirling like no motherfucking other. Bitch, they was whooping bitches up on a bus. Was it the Prodigies they was fighting?
It wasn't the Prodigies, but I'm not going to say the house name on here, but it definitely was not the Prodigies.
Okay, text me the name. I'll say it, because I want to, what was the name?
But can I tell you, that was the first night ever that I had been at a ball where I had really
been. It was the Revlon. Yeah, it was the Revlons.
Who is that? Somebody old school in the. You got to be old school to remember that. Let me look at that picture.
Them bitches tore that ball up. Do y'all hear me? Y'all, I haven't seen I ain't seen a fight like that since, to be honest.
I have never seen nothing like that ever in my life. It looked like something that should have been news. That's the first time I had ever been in a ball where I was like really, really scared, because I had never seen no shit like that. Where it was like 60 people fighting each other. I was just like, what the fuck is going on here?
And they was twirling.
They was twirling like straight in the street. I had never seen nothing like that in my life.
Yeah, they was the fucking Revlons. And mind you, y'all, so after I won over that bitch, Kevin Vuitton Allure, and the reason why I'm calling him a bitch is not because we actually are cool. We actually end up becoming cool. But 2 weeks after that, it was a big ball in New York. It was the New York Awards ball, and it was Vogue Femme for $1,000 in all black. And I was fucking that ball up. Mind you, I was one of the only people that had on all black. The rest of these bitches had silver. Everybody got chopped. Ashley stands up and gives me 10s. Sanaya is losing it on the panel. When I'm voguing, they losing it. I think I came out like somebody was praying or some satanic shit I did. I don't know what I did, but bitch, it was kind of crazy. But everybody's giving me 10s. Kevin Allure Vuitton was the only bitch on the panel that chopped me. He chopped me. And I'm like, bitch, you're only chopping me because I just won over you 2 weeks ago in Detroit. So but Berlin, so let me tell y'all the gag. Berlin had on fucking silver and they did not chop her, and she still got 10s, and and that's the gag. She should have been chopped. Like Pony got chopped, like motherfucking Deshaun got chopped, like everybody else got chopped. She had on silver. Ricky got chopped, everybody got chopped. But it was kind of like, it was one of those sketchy ass moments where they was just kind of like showing favoritism and bitches was chopping bitches out of shade. And that was one of those moments where girls really got on the panel and really got their motherfucking revenge on a bitch. No shade. And I think because they allowed Berlin to slide through there and Berlin vogues, she's really like that. She was able to get up in there and do her shit. And she sent Miss Prince on her way.
Yeah, Berlin vogue. A little secret about the Rodeo Ball. Well, that's the night I actually debuted as Father Escada. But I had been in Escada since 2000. I just had not told anybody because we couldn't decide like what ball I was going to. Yeah, what ball I was going to come out, and I was like trying to gather my kids up and all of that stuff. So I had actually been in Escada, and I was supposed to debut in 2000 as an Escada. I ended up not debuting for, I don't know, like 7 or 8 months. And I came out, that was St. Patrick's weekend, 2001 in Detroit, Michigan. I never forget that because I was so nervous when I came out as Father. But yeah, I had been in Escada for almost a year before I had even came out. And didn't nobody know.
I didn't know that. That's news to me.
Yeah. Didn't nobody know. The whole house actually did not know until Sean and
And Sean, you ain't been in no other house. No, you was an Omni. I was
an Omni in the 90s. Yep. And I was had became an Escada, and I actually was deciding between two houses which house I was gonna go to. I was gonna go to another house. And I could not decide. And then kind of speaking to Sean and hanging around them, I ended up deciding on Escada. But yeah, I had been in Escada for a year before I actually came out and debuted. And I was gathering on my kids. They didn't even know, Red and them didn't even know where I was going. They just were wherever I was going to go. I told them, don't worry about the name. Y'all will find out.
Do you remember Red Ebony, the one that used to walk sex siren and put the suckers in his booty hole and then suck the suckers?
Oh my God.
Do you remember him? It's so much. PD, you remember him? Like he used to take a sucker and he used to walk sex siren. Bitch, first of all, y'all, the shit that they doing now, they still ain't tapped into half the shit we used to do in the Midwest. We used to have a category called Magic Stick, where these niggas will literally come out with their dicks on rock hard, big ass dicks, and we used to vote who had the biggest dick. That was the category. It was like sex siren, but it was just about dick. I think I'm bringing that category back.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh,
yes, I think I'm bringing that category back. Magic Stick. I'm gonna have it for like $1,000 or something. Who got the biggest dick? But yeah, we used to have that category. We used to have a footwork category.
What'd
you say?
Remember we used to have Who's Zooming Who?
Who's Zooming Who? That used to be such a fab category. Like it used to be two niggas, like realness. Hey Wes, it used to be like two niggas, and they used to be like the trade, and you had to figure out who was the top and who was the bottom, who was zooming who. And if you could figure it out, then they was chopped. But most people couldn't figure it out.
Or they would have two women or two lesbians, or yeah, that category was something else.
I love it. They bring it back in RR Ball though. I just read that.
Oh, for real? Oh, okay. A long time ago, Wes used to be in Escada a long time ago.
Yeah, Wes used to be in Escada. Wes is the reason why I became a Wes.
Is he? I didn't know that. That's
He is. Because I was working on my TV show, and Wes was my assistant. And Wes was like, girl, you not going to no other house, bitch. You finna become a Wes. Like, this is where you're supposed to be at. Da, 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 da. And like, he just kept engraving in my head. And then I finally was like, okay, you're right. I need to hit them up. I need to become a Wes. Da, 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 da. And then I ended up becoming a Wes. But Wes is the reason why.
One in another house?
You said what?
At that time, when Wes was talking to you, were you thinking about joining another house? Because I know for a while you was adamant about just being a 007 and just being Milan.
Yes. At that time, I was about to walk a ball, the Balenciaga ball, and I knew I wanted to walk the Balenciaga ball. So I had started thinking about joining another house, which was the House of Gorgeous Gucci, because all of my kids, like my immediate kids, were gorgeous Gucci's. Because Ira was a gorgeous Gucci. Marlon is my sister. Like she was a gorgeous Gucci. It was just like that was like the house that I was thinking about joining. But some stuff was going on in the House of Gorgeous Gucci that if I would have joined the House of Gorgeous Gucci at that time, because they had asked me to be the overall father, and Ira was the overall father, it would have been really, really, really messy. Like it would have been a uproar, and then it would have looked like I usurped my fucking own child. So I didn't want to do it at the time. So I ended up becoming a West.
I didn't know that, T. That didn't make the Witches Council.
Yeah, I'm sure it didn't, but it just did. But yeah, it was some teas going on within their house that something happened that they, it was disgruntled people that were kind of disgruntled about some things, and they offered me the position, and I was like, that's gonna be real messy because it's like, yeah.
Somebody just asked, what was your favorite moment as a West?
My favorite moment as a West was for myself or the house.
He said your favorite moment.
For you, okay. My favorite moment as a West was to this day, probably my all-time favorite moment, or one of my all-time favorite moments in ballroom in general for myself, is the Mother's Day ball. I carried at that ball. My shoes, my effect, my glasses, my motherfucker. The West didn't even bring my spaceship. I literally had a spaceship. It was at the back of the runway. Y'all couldn't see it because they, instead of putting it on the stage, they put it on the floor. Yeah, but I had a spaceship and everything. Like, bitch, that was my favorite one. And it just hearing the house yelling, "What? Let's go West!" Like something about that chant, like it just really like that was my favorite all-time moment as a West. Now, when I won the Balenciaga ball as a West, that was a cool moment. But really for me, I was on that night. Like I was in full character. That was my favorite moment. He cursed us all. He cursed all of us out. Yes, I did. Bitch, they tried it.
What I love about West is the House of West is James kind of reminds me of myself when I was like really like awakened and really
what? I can see that. I can see that outside of James being motherfucking like, James don't take no shit in physicalities, but you didn't take no shit with your personality. You didn't give a fuck. And yes, I can actually see that. That's the crazy part.
It's just the energy. You remember like how it was always me and you going back. And like when we first started at Scotta, like from that 2000 to like 2011, before I moved to Atlanta, that passion that I had for ballroom and that passion that I had for the Midwest and my house, James and the House of West just reminds me of when I started at Scotta, like always hitting the floor and like how loud they are with their house and their presence. Like you just feel their presence at a ball. It just kind of reminded me.
That is what you're referencing. That also is how I feel about James reminding me of myself too. Because out of all the houses in the Midwest, between whatever house that I was in at the time, I used to strategically do those very same things. And you used to strategically do those very same things. And that's why our houses always was neck to neck in competition. Yep. Like we were always, you know what I'm saying? Because we were so strategic about where our tables was at, how we brought out members, when to clap, what to say. Like we even had like the whole, I think that chanting stuff, those bitches on the West Coast, on the East Coast was not doing how we was starting to like add different shit into our chants. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I really think that kind of originated from us in the Midwest. But because remember we used to change up our our Blonic chants used to change up the Escada chants. We used to just always have like something new every time we would go to a ball. So, no, I also agree with that. I also agree with that for sure.
No shade, my Escada days was T. Girl, that was the first time I beat the legend. When I sat duty. Girl, when I was at the red light special ball, bitch, and Neiman and them brought me out, bitch, they gagged, girl. And I remember the shit was like ESCADA.
Wait,
you can't take it kind. Yes, girl, that's when I said this motherfucker.
Yes, I remember that ball, girl.
Girl,
yes.
They were so fit. Duty, they were so fit.
No, Grands. You was sitting at that ball. Yeah, you was sitting at that ball.
Tayana broke the tie. Oh, they was irritated.
And Duty was selling it too feminine. She started like, it was just too feminine. It was just too like, you was just kind of like young, refreshed. It was kind of like, you was her answer that night. Cause it was like, you were like a younger version of her. So no, I remember that ball.
Yeah, that ball was that ball was T. No shade.
Those were the days. Yeah, Anthony was fresh at that time. He wasn't jumping on the girls at balls and all of that stuff. Anthony. Yeah, Anthony, you were from, where did we get you from? We found you in Indiana, right?
Yeah, that's when I was dating Ronson.
Yes, you were. Oh my God. Yes, you were dating Ronson.
You're always dating somebody.
Yeah, I was dating Ronson.
Okay.
And the Ebonies that pissed me off, child. No, it was the Prodigies. I was the Prodigy. The Prodigies that pissed me off. And I was like, girl, I'm going to Escada with white country.
Who's that knocking on your door? Knock, knock. Yes, that was motherfucking even Marcus Chat, bitch.
Bitch, it's me. Open up the door.
Open up the door. Knock, knock. Yes, girl. I remember those. I remember them days.
Get into it about. I never knew what y'all got into it about.
Who?
You and Waleed.
In fucking LA?
No, y'all had got into it in Chicago.
Me and Waleed never got into it in Chicago.
Yes, y'all did. You threw a plate at him.
Oh, no, because remember he was dating my gay child. I know what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about when I threw the plate at Solomon. Because I threw a plate at Solomon, too. Girl, when you brought up the plate, that's what I was referencing in my head. No, but he used to date my son, Julian. And you remember Julian from...
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and he kind of like beat up Julian. And bitch, she just like, when I seen her, I was just over her because she kind of like beat Julian up real bad. And I was like, girl, I think she had walked something. She had said something to me or rolled her eyes or did something, bitch, and I lost it. Girl, plates are not Frisbee, Milan. Yeah,
Grant,
that's
you
what happened.
Grant, you remember when we went off when we was in Detroit? I forgot what they did, bitch. I think it was the Rodales and Miss Karma. Miss Carmen tried to spit on me, and you start going the fuck off at the ball. Child, he's back in the day.
I was just telling, do y'all remember when me and Berlin literally got into we didn't physically punch each other, but I pushed her off the stage when we were voguing in Detroit.
Mm-hmm. I remember that too.
Flung that bitch off the stage, girl. I had one over her, and she had like tried to run past me and bump me, like push me off the stage, but I had grabbed her and I slung her off. Girl, I had on all black. It was all black and gold. We both, I think me and her actually had the same outfit on. Because Berlin is actually my gay child. So me and Berlin, before we fell out that day, we went and bought our outfits together for the ball. Like, it was a mess. Girl, ballroom was a mess. But we were young, we were kids. It still was a mess, child.
Yeah, Milan, from your POV, from your point of view, do you think that David Bulgari was a bigger competition was more competitive than Raven, or do you think that Raven was your biggest competitor?
Raven has always been my arch nemesis. Always. It was David Bulgari was never really my arch nemesis. Me and David Bulgari were like girlfriends. Now, when I was an Ovanist it was kind of like a moment, maybe like a year or two, where me and her were. Thank you, Reek, that me and her were like battle. But I used to win over her all the time. I think she won over me only like one time. I used to knock her, and I used to knock the little David. Remember, it was two Davids. It was Big David Bagari and little tiny David Bagari.
David, well, was he a Givenchy too?
No, they was both Bagaris. They were both Bagari.
Okay, I think he's a pastor now.
Oh wow! Well, okay, congratulations. Top, I see you soon. All right, thanks, brother. Let me follow you too. Follow me back. But no, they were both Bagaris, but I used to win over them all the time. And but Raven, y'all used to Raven. It would be times Raven would be on, and then it would be times and I'll be on, and we would just go back and forth. We was going back and forth with niggas. We was going back and forth with houses, because all of people that was in my house used to go to her house. People that was in her house used to come to my house. It was just a mess. Me and Raven have always had like a back and forth. But that bitch looks, when I tell y'all, I seen Raven like 2 months ago when I went home to Chicago, that bitch looks exactly, literally, how Raven looked in 2000, she looks exactly how she looked in 2000 right now.
She looks good.
She has not the same hair, the same face, ain't no grays. She ain't got fat, the same body. She looks exactly the same. Thank you, champ, for the treasures. So, but I think it was that time. I think sometimes jail actually freezes people from the time they go to jail to the time they get out. It actually freezes them in that state of when do you understand what I'm saying? Like whatever time they got separated from the rest of the world, they get frozen in that year up until they got out. And I think that kind of actually, as far as like her aesthetic, it actually helped her, because she looks literally at 40. I think he's like 44. He looks exactly the same. So yeah, like she looked like she's 19, 20. Y'all remember Raven used to try to walk face? Do y'all remember that?
She did good though when she walked face.
She used to try to walk face. She used to come
she ain't do bad.
Do her hair like that, let her hair out.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I used to listen. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, you used to walk face too.
Yeah, I used to walk face. I used to clear face, bitch. Well, I was dark and lovely. Dark and lovely fish.
Girl,
remember, I used to have a big ass curly afro.
Yeah, Milan walked face in the 90s. Face and footwork and bold.
I used to be a Milan. I was brought to the Milans, the house of Milan, not this house of Milan that I've started, but the house of Milan. I was in their house for face. I didn't Vogue then. I used to walk footwork in face. It wasn't until, I don't know what made me start voguing. One of you bitches, I think Neiman, you was walking Realness with a Twist at the time. Do you remember that, girl?
Yeah.
This bitch used to walk Realness with a Twist.
Okay.
Neiman, you was never the niggas. Is no shade. You was always one of the girls. It's no shade.
Not real. I don't give a damn. All the rest
but
of the
you used to be like executive realness, like that type of realness.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I still got a picture of you. I would never show it, but I got a picture of you with your basketball. I remember you walked Realness with a Twist. You had a basketball jersey on, a white t-shirt up under it, and a bandana on. And I'm never even gonna repeat what I had on. I was the cunt. And bitch, we took a picture together, and I still got the actual hard copy of the picture.
I'm posting nowhere, but you got to send me that picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture.
Who do you think are some of the loveliest femme queens to come out of the Midwest?
Right now, I know a lot of them. She's actually on Bigo, but when I tell you, she has like a dual personality, but she was literally one of the most beautiful women that has ever came out of Chicago. She dresses up as a boy. Skittles. Girl, what? Y'all just tried it. I mean, Skittles Vogues and Skittles a beautiful girl, but God damn it. Kenya Black was one of them. Kenya Black. Tierra Russell.
Ain't she back a boy?
Yeah, she went back. Sure. She back.
Yeah,
So
she went
Kenya Black,
she transitioned.
You talking
and not Pagan Prada, Tanya Prada.
Women beat their men.
Tanya Prada. Sydney, I wouldn't say Sydney Starr because she didn't really walk face, but Amelia Black.
Girl, you like really walk face. Sydney never walked face at all.
No, she walked face before. She walked it one time. She walked it. Actually, I think she probably walked it like twice. But she was definitely all used to demolish realness.
When I say lovely, I don't necessarily mean they had to walk face. I mean, just it could be.
What was the light skin girl? Hold on, wait.
What was the allure child now? She passed away.
Light skin girl. She was a Balenciaga. She got her pussy. She used to hang out with Solomon all the time.
Oh, talking about damn, she moved to Atlanta too.
She moved to Atlanta, and she was a stripper at the strip club down here.
Yeah. Fuck, what's her name?
She was best friends with Solomon. Like she transitioned with Solomon.
And that's Sydney's mother too.
What is her fucking name? Now that bitch was gorgeous. Thank you, Dr. AP Oakland. Dr. AP, can I get a shield or like a luxury car? Because that thing only gave me 5 beans. I know you thinking you sending me something, but because it costs more than that. But it only sent me 5 beans. Don't send me that. Send me like a luxury car or something like that. No, not Shauna Brooks. No, not Shauna Brooks. Shauna Brooks not from Chicago.
I know who you're talking about too. Oh fuck.
Light skin.
Yep, light skin. Yep.
Thank you, Dr. AP Oakland. She light skin.
Yeah, light skin and tall. She used to work at the strip club. She was one of the first girls to have her surgery reassigned.
But no, I don't think she used to be a perler, but she got the sex reassignment. She moved from Chicago. She got away from all the faggies. She came to Atlanta. She would pop up at bars occasionally, but she used to turn face. Yes. She was lovely.
Yeah,
I can't remember her name.
I can't remember her name, but yeah, she was definitely gorgeous. She was definitely.
Was it Gia? No, it wasn't Gia. Thank you, Dr. AP Oakland.
No, it wasn't Gia. Gia walked.
I know who you're talking about. It was Gia and fuck, what is her name? Oh my God. Her and Gia was best friends. And they all used to work at the strip club together. She was an Ebony too. Oh my God, what is her fucking name?
And then she became a Balenciaga.
She became an Aga. She walked She walked Stasha and Raquel's Mother's Day ball.
I remember Cece.
Kaya.
Who?
Kaya.
That was her name.
Kaya.
Yep. Kaya Balenciaga. Yep, that was her name.
Kaya, that was her name.
That was her name. Her motherfucking name was Kaya.
Gia hit me up to walk that tag team face for the 25,000, but she waited too late. She was gonna come back out.
That would have been nasty.
Mm-hmm. Her name was. But she waited till a week before the ball, and I was like, "Girl, I can't pull it together that quick."
It was another lovely girl in Chicago that I feel like she just didn't stay in ballroom enough. I think her name was Jennifer. Light skin. Was she in a Visu or a ninja? She was a young girl. But if she would have stayed in ballroom long enough, she definitely would have been one of the beauties. Her name was Jennifer, though. Short girl. She almost looked like Chinese and black.
So a lot of people don't know that Lana Ming is actually from Chicago, too. She's from Chicago.
Yeah, girl. You remember when she used to wear the little red, the red slick back?
What was the drag face girl? She was the drag face. She had a stern face, but she was sitting, and she was from Chicago. And I think she became a tsunami.
She was the tsunami.
She was fab. She was the tsunami. She could eat it.
She was a tsunami. I forgot her name though.
I gotta find her name. She was also another bitch that was lovely.
You know who my favorite girl out of Chicago has always been? She passed away. She was an allure. I forgot her fucking name. Oh my gosh, she's so our realness. She was so pretty to me.
Talking about brown skin?
Yeah.
He's talking about
Kimora is who I'm talking about.
Kimora. Oh my God. That was my favorite.
Kimora was over, bitch. No shade.
When she used to come out, my skin used to just like, when she used to come out, I used to be like, girl, oh my God. Like,
yes, motherfucking Kimora.
But you talking about brown skin Kimora, right? That walk realness in the face. Kimora didn't pass away.
You said what?
Anthony, Kimora didn't pass away.
No, Kimora didn't die. Who said Kimora died?
I thought she, girl.
No. Kimora didn't die.
She on Tina real bad.
She started to get like real muscular and stern, and then started doing porn and all type of shit. It just went crazy.
Yeah. You know who on Tina real bad? That used to be like the girl in Ballroom. He from LA. Trey Allure.
Real bad. It's somebody on Tina real bad that I can't wait till y'all clock it. And it's somebody that be on them. It's somebody that's really, really out there as a face of Ballroom.
Girl, you remember Trey Allure?
Trey on Tina?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Girl, he on Tina real bad.
Yeah.
He like homeless in LA and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's somebody that's on Tina real bad that nobody has clocked in, but some y'all are noticing his erratic behavior, because I've kind of seen people kind of say little stuff like, "Girl, what's her teeth?" Like, but it's somebody that's really
girl, you keep saying that, girl. I want to know who it is.
I'm gonna have to call you, Grand. But I got the tea that they went back to the hotel and was doing a big one in the hotel. I was like, what?
I don't understand why these girls be doing stuff like that and they know it's taking the girls out. I never understood why people want to do stuff that they know be taking the girls out. They don't make no sense to me.
Tina is meth.
Them girls.
One thing about it, one thing I said for sure, every house that I've been in, my leaders don't play that. Bitch, Neiman Marcus didn't play us motherfucking doing drugs and shit. Girl, Tayana and them didn't play that, girl. Milan never played that with me, girl. None of my peoples ever played that with me. They gave girl please.
Drugs was just so unnecessary. Like, bitch, the most you gonna do is drink. And for a minute, even smoking weed to us was taboo in Chicago. Like, we was almost like a druggy drug. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Other than like the fab girls who thought they were just so fab, who would do like a bump, because there was a couple girls that was doing coke, but nobody was doing like crack and Tina and even smoking weed and shit like that. Like,
but I think it comes from the date.
I think that's exactly where it started from, when it, like, how it trickled into our community, because a lot of our trans girls and a lot of our boys were sex workers because they couldn't get jobs. You know what I'm saying? So they were sex workers, and the dates or the clients would suggest that the only way they would, mess with them is if they did Tina, or they will make more money with a client if they did Tina with the clients, because the clients would pay more for a person that would do Tina with them. So,
like that man. What was that man in LA that was killing all the boys?
He in jail now. The white man, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'd get you, bitch. He killed like three boys. He killed like 4 boys.
Yeah, Buck, and he got away with it. He got away with it at first. The first time he killed somebody, got away with it. The shit happened again 2 years later. Then they put his ass in jail.
Did you know them kids that passed away, Milan?
Yes, I knew all 3. I knew every last single one of them. I knew every last single one of them.
Getting the girl to do fucking Tina, fucking trying it.
And it wasn't really even. It wasn't even the Tina. Well, it was. It was the amount of Tina that they were doing it, and for how long they was doing it. He would get them thousands of dollars, and they would just be at his house for days and days and days, and he would just be giving them Tina, giving them Tina, giving them Tina. giving them, slamming them with Tina, making them smoke Tina, injecting them with Tina. He used to just carry.
That's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Milan, you and I got to have a conversation off air because,
hey, Deja,
it's really bad in Chicago. If I tell you some names,
girl,
people,
did you see the shit? Did you see the shit that Maya posted the other day?
Post what?
Girl, Jemiah posted the other day that yesterday that Thaddeus was on Tina and all of that.
Thaddeus Aga or Thaddeus Gorgeous Gucci?
Thaddeus Balenciaga.
Wow.
Because he said that I guess he wanted to fight her over some boy and then
Legendary Vogue femme Thaddeus?
Oh,
I don't know nothing about
she
that.
said. Girl, she posted a picture of him with no teeth and everything.
Wow.
He had a denture. Girl, that's fucked up.
It's bad out here. Really, drills like that? That's what some of the biggest dicks that I've ever seen in my life live. They all live in Chicago. Like, I'm just so perplexed. Like, what?
What do they got to do with the people
I don't know. I just wanted to throw it out there. Okay. But yeah, I was gagging a little bit. No shade. Shy do got the meat. Yes, Chicago got the meat.
Girl, I'll send you this picture. Girl, I gotta send you this picture, Grants, that Jemiah posted yesterday of Thaddeus.
That one garçon father from LA on Tina real bad. Ooh, I know who y'all talking about, but I ain't gonna say their name.
I knew something was up with him because, girl, the way he be posting on Twitter, girl, it just didn't make no sense.
It start with an I and end with an E. But hey, I don't know.
Girl, the girls just be on drugs. I am gagging. And then that's why they be looking old like that.
That I be gagging because these bitches, but some of these young, like I be looking at them like, how the fuck do I look 10 years younger than you? And it's weird. I don't understand what the hell be going on.
And they be on that shit.
So picture this, right? Let's paint the picture. You walk into a room and somebody got a glass pipe. And can you imagine going into a room and a bitch with a glass pipe with, I don't even know how it looked, but I just picturing it on movies, a bitch giving you a glass pipe with smoke in it and saying, put this up to your mouth and try it. Who the fuck is dumb enough to smoke on a glass pipe and just start smoking some bullshit like that? That don't even sound right?
No, but this is the thing. I think after today, because I really had a revelation, I have walked into rooms and seen people doing Tina, doing coke, doing all type of drugs. I have actually been to clubs and seen people doing all type of shit. But the moment a bitch tries to cross my boundaries with their choice of drugs that they want to do, then we're gonna have a problem because now I feel like you're disrespecting me. Okay. So, bitch, the moment a bitch, I'm smacking it out. We're going to get into a fight because that's their drug, and I'm going to knock the shit out of their drugs out their hand, and they going to want to fight because it's like, bitch, you just wasted my Tina. So, if a bitch ever tried me and disrespected me by offering me some shit like that, bitch, we're going to get into it real bad. Thank you, Miss Chief. Thank you, bye.
Girl, I am weak. You going to hit those people, Tina, and they going to go crazy.
Real bad. And they going to lose it. And you know, when the Tina heads, they be having extra strength. Like, they be like mutants, bitch. So I'm going to have to really do them. Because
you're going to have to, because they going to try to knock your head off.
You knock that Tina pipe out their hand? Oh, bitch, they is going to be over it.
Girl.
There's a lot of our old kids, Milan, that's doing that in Chicago. You will gag. Or you might not gag because you might already know.
You can text me right now and I can look over the names real quick. Because I'm gonna text you who is on Tina that nobody has clocked yet.
Girl, they probably didn't clock it. They probably just paying it.
I don't know. I don't think nobody's clocked this one. I clocked it. So I was like, oh.
Like you've seen them do it, or somebody came back?
Well, one of my kids called me when the person pulled it out and did it in front of them. And was like, can you believe that?
They be just so bold with it. Like, bitch, who told you it was okay for you to be pulling out Tina pipes in front of people? And probably was like, you want to hit it? And girl, I hit them dead in their mouth.
Well, this person is like, they live for them. They love them. They kind of like, is like almost like their groupie a little bit. And he gagged because it was just like he was just so gagged by it. Like, what the fuck? Like, I would have never thought this person did it. But then I started noticing, and I started thinking back, like, a couple of things that they started doing when I be around them and all of that. I was like,
Makes sense.
Oh.
Girl.
Oh, Miss Edna. I'm not even going to repeat that name. What? I did not know that.
I ain't heard that. And I hear a lot of shit.
That one, Edna, now.
I ain't heard that one yet now.
Nah, Edna, I ain't heard that name now. That's a mess.
That's a stretch. Well, girl, now you know what? You never know these.
Now that I think about it, girl.
Who
no, I'm not really. No. But I can't put nothing past nobody. I don't think so. I don't think I don't know.
Wait a minute. Who did Miss Edna say? I must have
repeating it.
I ain't repeating that. Because the girls are sweeping down. Me and Milan was up there spreading their room.
Yeah, nope, I ain't repeating that name on live. And Ball Voyeurs is streaming his live on his YouTube. So I'm definitely not repeating it. But yeah, that's crazy. Child, that's I ain't heard that one yet.
I ain't heard that one yet either, but girl, if it's true,
it'll come across the desk for a minute. Drills, please, girl. Now, Drills, you're carrying on.
The kids.
Girl, y'all too quiet. We gotta change the subject because these bitches have said all type of names in the comments. I ain't about it. Yeah, they is carrying on. Nah, I ain't heard. Some of these names y'all saying now is just kind of like I ain't heard none of those names. Bitch, bitch, I'm not having that. So that ain't happening.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I'm trying to find you this picture. Hold on.
Marcus, you didn't send me the name.
I know I didn't. Because if I send you that name, you're gonna repeat it. And they're gonna be like, okay, what Neiman said.
No, I'm not. I would never repeat it. I'm not gonna repeat it. I did hear about that, E-Jizzle. I did hear about that. That's for sure.
I sent you the Instagram.
Is that is?
Girl, yes. That's a mess, right?
Oh my God.
Girl, I said, bitch, are you fucking kidding me, bitch?
Oh my God. Oh, God in heaven.
Girl, I seen on TV. I said, girl, the girls be playing a nasty game.
Yes, Static, the picture that was on Facebook. Yes.
I said, girl, that's a mess.
Girl, I'm just gonna text you, Marcus, and just tell you the name is like driving me crazy.
I'm gonna text you back the names too.
Girl, I'm texting Marcus Mizza. Hold on. I mean Marcus Ticci. There we go. Girl, you about to gag when I text you this name, girl. Where is Ballroom Care? Oh my God, Magic.
Somebody said this, and I did not believe them.
Yes, girl. Yeah. Real bad. And it is getting to the point where if you really just kind of like clock her set, you can clock it already. Like you just gotta clock her. You gotta watch her, listen, be around her a little bit, and you're gonna be like, oh, she is.
Somebody said this name, and I was like, that don't sound right.
Yes, she is, girl. Yes, you gotta watch your people. Gotta watch your people. Gotta check on your people.
Girl, that's what Jemiah said last night. That shit keyed me.
You gotta check on your people.
People. Girl, I was keying.
It's no shade.
She was like, check on y'all's people.
Because people really go through stuff. Like I really have been going through it for the last week. Y'all wouldn't know that. I was really going through it. I had called Elgin Michael, that's in the House of West. I called Corey Gorgeous Gucci. I called my mother Temperance, and I called my real dad. But I was really in really just a really awkward the almost borderline depression for like a week. I really was. And I ain't had nobody to talk to about it because everybody depend on you to be so strong and to be so, nothing like be Superman. And I was really in a vulnerable moment. Like I was really going through it. And I had to like really talk myself out of it. But no, I definitely am involved with ball players. Check on your strong friends. Yeah, the ones y'all be thinking just be having it all together all the time. Oh yeah, I knew about both of them.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. But the first one I heard, she been on it for a long time.
Yes.
And that used to be my best friend outside of Scott Yummy. That one, that we went to high school together. Yeah. Now that motherfucker got a big old huge dick, bitch. Oh my God. That was one, like, growing up, that was one, I never had sex with him because his dick was way too big, but his dick is humongous. No shade. But yeah. But is Lake Flaccid? No, I don't know if it was Lake Flaccid. I think it still got hard. Maybe it don't get hard now, but back in high school, bitch used to dick the girls down, caboodles. And remember, he used to go with that's the first person. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. Yes, but yeah, I can't even say nothing now at this point. Yes, girl.
Do you remember
this is so nostalgic right now? This is really nostalgic talking and bringing up these people. How is Skittles doing?
Huh?
How is Skittles doing?
I don't know. I assume she's doing good. I seen her at a that I commentated a month ago. I never really Skittles and I never really had a relationship, but she looked good. She looked good.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
that was one of my favorite performers. Whatever happened to not Skittles, not Berlin, the other dark skinned one that was in drags with all three of them? When Berlin was doing drags, Skittles was doing drags.
But you're not gonna get my card.
BB?
You know what I'm talking? Who? BB.
BB?
Yes. How is BB? Oh, now she went in the blinds. Oh no, it's about to be some tea. Wow. Neiman ain't gonna get on no motherfucking. That's the damn teacher. He ain't about to get on no goddamn big up. Thank you, Reese. Thank you so much for saying that in the comments. Like, what? Yeah, that's what I just found out. That's crazy. How's Yasmin? She back in the blinds. It's about to be some more tea. I'm gonna stop asking about bitches. Oh, well, that's not as bad. That's not that bad, but okay. I would rather her look. Y'all in the comments are what the fuck? Damn, why was that bitch? When I tell y'all that is one fight, not in a physical form,
bitch,
but that is one fighting bitch. So I don't see how she would even think about doing that, doing some fucking team. Yasmin, she has survived it all, bitch. When I tell you,
girl, bitch, she was ugly.
Like that lady has lived through the storm. I'm gagging that she would be on some fucking Tina.
I used to look at Yasmin. Used to scare me back in the day. I used to be like, ooh. She was so sweet though.
She was such a sweet lady, sweet girl. I remember her in that y'all did not get up off her because she used to do her hand performance like this. The hand performance was horrible.
Girl, it was disgusting.
But the dips and everything else, and the titties and all of that, she used to fuck that up. But the hand performance used to be so erratic.
I remember when Yasmin fucked the Escada ball up when she walked best dressed in that white. She fucked those kids up for best dress in that all white.
Percy, mind you, Marcus, I'm taking.
Where's Rashanti?
Girl, somewhere being the fucking psychopath, girl.
Girl, I love El Nino. I love Rashanti. I love the six kid.
Rashanti, Rashanti is fucking psycho. Rashanti is crazy. She always been crazy.
Y'all remember when her and Skittles got into that fight? Was it Skittles? And girl, I think it was Skittles, bitch. And Skittles had came to her house, or she had went to Skittles' house or something. It was on Facebook Live, bitch. They was fighting.
Girl, they was at Tayana house, girl, and Skittles beat her down the steps.
Yes, but bitch, the other time she wore Miss Skittles, bitch.
Girl, them fights was the key, bro. What?
Yes, bitch. She had wore Miss Skittles, and Miss Skittles had got her back. Miss Skittles had snuck up on her or did something and got her back, bitch. Yeah, that was the key.
You know who I miss? I miss Lala so bad, and I miss Isis.
I miss Lala and I miss Isis too. I used to hang with Lala every fucking day when I used to live in Indy.
Oh, Ball Boys, really?
We used to work at Hollywood Video, and we used to be stealing DVDs.
Now that's
girl. We used to work at Hollywood Video, and we would steal DVDs from work to go home and watch them after work.
What was the name of that house? What was the name of Opium House when they first came out? Was it House of Glory? Glory, yeah, House of Glory. Yep.
You know, that was the first house that assimilated to Blahnik and Thray in Indiana.
Girl, I used to hate the House of Parade. Oh, because I thought Jasmine was so fierce. Oh, I thought Jasmine was so fierce. She was so mean.
She was
so mean.
You know, Jasmine, and she's a Pisces like me, so I did not understand why she was so mean. She was a mean bitch. She was a mean motherfucking bitch. She was a mean bitch, and she did not
Girl,
play.
I walked up to her.
Grant,
I walked up to her. I was like, "Hi, my name is Anthony." She was like, "I don't need to know you."
Let me tell you something. That bitch used to whoop the punks, butch queens, trannies, anybody, bitch. That was my mother. Between her and Yasmin, and mind you, these people were calling me mom or dad. Most of them was calling me mom. I can't even put this dad. The dad shit didn't come about until years later.
Recently.
But they was calling me mom. And I was like 17, 18, 19 years old. And these bitches was in their 30s or damn near close to it. And them bitches did not play about me. Jasmine and motherfucking Yasmin, bitch. They will fight any bitch. Oh, they did not play about me, bitch. Oh my God. Motherfucking Yasmin and motherfucking Jasmine.
That was my sister.
So Neiman, when Milan asked you about a certain person, you text. Does that mean you don't want to say it out here? Grants, can you text me how they are?
Oh, you probably know it.
Hit it in the comments. I didn't have to say every time you
end up saying in the comments,
It's somebody from Chicago in these comments under a name because they know every person that we mentioned.
And they are old school girl because they remember all of the shit we talking about.
Yes.
Any bitch that remembers that rodeo fight, bitch, you from back in the day.
You definitely back in the day. Milan, do you remember when you used to date Mark? The girl's not gonna know Mark. I know Mark.
Yes. That man was so fine to me and so beautiful and so manly. You
used to ride on the back of the motorcycle thinking you was cunt with them big old Chanel glasses.
Yes.
A grand dome.
Yes, I was, girl.
Hey, Milan. So hey, Milan. So Jasmine and Yasmin, light skin, dark skin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So y'all, do y'all remember them parties they used to throw on 51st and Prairie?
Yes. Yeah.
So I used to stay above
this bitch right here. Neiman didn't used to go to none of the little ghetto shit. I was more of the ghetto bitch. Neiman was the collegiate uppity bitch. So we were like, we were like polar opposites. Like Neiman was like went to school, had a job, had a college degrees. Like Neiman was that girl. I was like the young firecracker, just went everywhere. So Neiman never used to go to shit like that. She would be like, "Girl, please, I'm not going to that shit." Like she was that type of girl.
I remember I was so young, and y'all remember how big that crib was. So it was just me and one other person shared the apartment above them, and they was cool. Like I used to say hi to them, bye to them, woo woo. It was always people in their crib. I remember coming home from work late one night, and I couldn't get up to my house because this motherfuckers all in the hallway. So I started fighting. I started whooping ass.
Fighting them?
Yeah. And I was trade too. So I kind of didn't like gay people. So I started fighting them. Yasmin came out that crib and cleared it. She came out of there and cleared it. She started whooping ass, put everybody the fuck out.
That bitch don't play. Yasmin and Jasmine neither. So Yasmin was more of the fighter. Jasmine was more of the shooter or the stabber. She would shoot you or stab you.
I used to be scared of her.
Jasmine would stab you, boo.
Scared of her because her neck was real long.
I get the stabbing right now, like I'm in the same mode as like Jasmine. Bitch, if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna stab you. It's just flat out. We're not fighting. And I'm talking about in person. It's not Bad Boys TV and all of this other shit. Bitch, if I'm gonna get you. And I got that from Jasmine. Jasmine did not play, but she will stab you the fuck up real quick. Thank you, God.
Too, but I used to be scared of her because her neck was real long.
But I gotta give it to a girl. The three bitches that you did not want to fuck with in Chicago was Yasmin, Jasmine, and Toya.
Oh,
that dark skinned one, I was scared of because her neck was long and she used to like to wear bombs. And I could not understand that.
But it really wasn't even Miss Toya per se. It was motherfucking Toya's crazy ass motherfucking boyfriend, bitch. That was the one that was.
And then the thing about it is, though, back then, it's like you had to deal with Daddy and Toya. And then you had to deal with all Toya's crazy ass kids.
Because they was all Ebony's and they was all the Belmont people. All the
Belmont.
All the Belmont girls. Bitch.
Merry Christmas. Okay, Reese, girl. Me and Reese was the two light-skinned kids that used to sit in the corner, girl, and be like, girl.
Thank you, Sequin.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's real pretty. Thank you, Sequin.
Me and Reese used to be like, girl, these bitches is ghetto.
Baby.
My house is funny and fine. Thank you, baby.
Box, you know who Box 3 sound like? Who is this in Box 3? You sound like Eddie.
No, that's not Eddie.
It's me.
Oh, wait. That is not Eddie. He's a liar. But that's another one that had a real big. Wait. Was it Eddie who had a big ass dick?
No, you talking about Eddie that Vogue girl? You trying it?
No, not Eddie.
No, you
talking about
Eddie that Vogue?
Which Eddie you talking?
No,
I'm talking. He sound like Eddie Whitehead.
Oh, I thought you saw Eddie that Vogue.
Over there with the fat lady that passed away, right?
Girl, are you talking about Mother Omni, the fat lady that passed away? Tiffany.
No. Okay. So remember, it was a fat girl who used to do all the pageants. And
that's Tiffany.
Tiffany. The boy Eddie that used to be at Tiffany house is who I'm talking about.
Oh, you talking about Eddie that lived, I think he lived like in between Indiana and Chicago?
Yes.
Tall, brown skin, handsome.
Brown skin complexion. Yes, girl.
Oh, he did. Oh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that did.
Oh, wow.
Monster cock. It was definitely 13 inches.
Milan, is that, no shade grams, but I got a question. All you think about, like, is your booty hole jumping right now? Like,
no.
What's the tea?
Hold on, let me meet you because you're going to get red, bitch. Let me tell you something, faggot ass, punk ass bitch in this motherfucking West. Bitch. And when you bringing up names and they got big dicks, it pops in my head about they got a big dick, just like you. You got a big dick, but you're a fucking bottom. You like to get dicks shoved up your ass on a daily, you freaky ass, punk ass bitch. And that's why you left motherfucking Atlanta, because you was getting fucked too much. And bitch, you ran out of dicks to get fucked by. So you packed up all your shit and you drove all the way to motherfucking Houston in a U-Haul. And bitch, you been getting fucked ever since you ain't came back to Atlanta. Bitch, let me tell you something. I don't always think about
dicks. Actually, I'm a top.
You're not a, you know what? Let me unmute the panel because now you're lying. Thank you, Rated R.
I'm a top.
He gonna mute us like he was reading us. You muted the wrong motherfucker.
No, I didn't want y'all to interrupt while I was reading this bitch. I want to keep her unmuted so she can hear me. Yeah, so we can really get into it. The fuck?
So wait, is Jasmine still alive? Because I feel like I heard she died.
No, Jasmine passed away.
Yeah, I did.
She passed away.
Okay.
Who is this in Box 3? Do I know you?
You look familiar. Like, I feel like I've seen you before, but we don't know each other.
Oh, okay.
No, she one of them queens that, you know what I'm saying? I never was involved in.
One of the queens. When I was in high school and I got my first Monte Carlo, that was one of the straight boys that I met that used to have a Monte Carlo too, and we was in like the Monte Carlo Club back in Chicago. And we used to drive around in circles and waste gas for hours.
Yeah,
and hours, hours.
Milan used to try to go with me, but I was like, Milan, I ain't really with that faggot shit. It is what it is.
He's a fucking
from Kankakee. And Lulu forever telling somebody I'm from Kankakee. Bitch, I am not from Kankakee.
Oh my God. She's from Kankakee, okay. Hey, Melba.
And look at Megan's like, well, what happened? Relax.
What the fuck is Kankakee?
That's a suburb of Chicago.
Suburb of Chicago.
Girl, I ran away from home and moved to Chicago, bitch. First, I moved to Detroit. Bitch, I ran away from home and moved to Detroit, bitch.
No, he
to
was
motherfucking Hamtramck.
He was, Perry, I said he was always a faggot. He used to pretend that he wasn't a faggot.
Lies you tell. I'm still not with this gay shit. I'm only gay on Bigo. I live a straight heterosexual life. Mm-hmm.
Hey, daughter.
Wes, when did you live in Chicago?
Baby, I lived in Chicago off and on plenty of times. I lived in Chicago when I was like 19. Then I lived in Chicago when I was like 25, 26. Then I lived in Chicago when I was like 30. I lived in Chicago so many damn times.
You just get beat up while you was here?
Bitch, please.
I feel like me and my friends beat you up before.
Ball Boyers.
Bitch,
do you have
I've never
the
been
ball where the mother, it was Stasha's and Temperance' Mother's Day ball, and me and Eugene vogued against each other, and I had on all green. Bitch, I wore that bitch out. I can't remember what year it was. It was Stasha's first ball. It was a Mother's Day ball. Stasha's first Mother's Day ball in Atlanta.
Girl, was that the night I won Grands?
Let me think about face.
I think that ball is online.
Is that the night I beat Julius and all the August?
Yes, that was the same ball. Yep.
Hey,
yep.
Lulu, answer your phone. I want to have phone sex, Lulu. All right, I'll talk to you later.
He got the ball because he sent it to me.
Yes, I had on all green, and bitch, we vogued, bitch, and mind you, she had just won. This is another one of those opportunities. That bitch had just won over me at the Escada ball, bitch. I had breathed out fire at the Escada ball. I had did all type of shit, and that bitch still won over me. Girl, I got that bitch so bad in Atlanta, bitch. I wore that bitch out. I was out to get her, bitch. I cleared her. No, it's not. It wasn't the Escada ball. It was Stasha Sanchez's Stasha Escada. I think Stasha was at Escada, wasn't she?
Stasha was in McGlair. Stasha was in McGlair.
Okay, maybe she was in McGlair. Okay, Stasha McGlair Mother's Day ball.
But who did she throw it with?
Temperance.
She either threw it with Temperance or I don't know why I want to say.
And the girl at Revlon, that vogued, the
Revlon.
Revlon.
Yeah.
No, her name is Revlon.
Yeah, yes. Revlon. Yeah.
Yes.
She was a Chanel.
I think it was 07 or it was one of them years. I just know I had on all green. I brought it in graffiti and Vogue Femme, and it was me and Eugene, and I actually won over everybody that night. But bitch, I ran.
No, so that wasn't the night. So that wasn't the night. That wasn't 07. It had to be 06 because 07. That's the night Kurt won because Kurt won performance that night, and then I won face.
So it was 06.
Japan won runway, but she was Suki Woo.
Yeah, it was 06 then, bitch. I lost it at that ball, bitch. I could not believe they let that bitch beat me in my city. Girl. But I knew not to walk the Escada ball anyway because I knew they was not going to let me win because the Escadas was our arch nemesis. So, girl, I knew it was like, girl, me coming to this ball, bitch.
Let's stop the bullshit.
The Scottish used to be so fierce, bitch, when they
did. They were so political and it was so crazy.
Oh, they were so fierce, girl. They hated me when I left Escada. I never forget when I left Escada and became a con, girl. And I went to St. Louis, girl. And Neiman Marcus sent all them fucking face kids after me, bitch.
Oh, what was that chocolate motherfucking Escada name that you clear all you? Hershey's, yes.
That was the night I got all the Escadas, girl. But
I think it was a fair ball. It was 2009. No, it was before 2009. 2009, I lived in LA. This was before I moved to LA it wasn't 2009. It was 2006. It had to be 2006. Yeah. It either had
Neiman, what was that boy name? Neiman, what was that Escada boy name that walked face that I was scared of that night? And I ended up getting him, but I was scared as fuck, girl, when they put us against each other.
I don't remember Escada, so.
Huh? What'd you say? Say it again, baby?
I said, I don't remember that because you never beat an Escada.
I got all of them that night. It was the Mizrahi ball, the Mizrahi Circus ball in St. Louis.
I don't even take my kids to walk in St. Louis, so I know that's
Would you like me to bring the clip up, baby?
Oh, it must have been an off-brand Escada, like from Indiana or OK.
No, it was actually It was actually Your Legends as well.
Girl, do y'all remember when all the Escadas was?
Let me get this clip.
Look, we was at the Midwest People's Choice Awards ball, and all the Escadas was out there selling it. And Miss Jason came through and pushed all the bitches and walked.
It wasn't just the Scottas, it was everybody.
It was all the bitches. Girl, Miss Jason came through and pushed all the bitches. It was like, girl, what the fuck? She tried it, girl.
Yeah, she just busted through.
She terrorized the bitches that night. Yes, she did. All the bitches. It was crazy. Mm-hmm. She was unbothered. That's kind of like what she reminded me of at the $25,000 ball or whatever. She kind of reminded me of that night when she did that. Like her energy was very.
Oh my God, Ball Boyers, all your clips is gone off of YouTube.
What? Go to his name and click his videos.
No, he sent me these clips, so I think it's on his old page.
Oh, it's a paid membership now, girl. You gotta pay her to see her shit. Go ahead, Ball Boyers.
Hold on.
No, that's right. Make your coin. I ain't mad at you.
Ain't that up real quick, okay? Can we get 2 more shields, you guys? We're right at our 20K. We just 2 shields away. Can we get 2 shields? 2 shields. Or everybody sent some treasures. Maybe like a maid.
I feel like we lost so many people in the ballroom from Chicago. Like so many people, just like all my friends I like came out with. A lot of my friends from the 90s are not here no more. They passed away. A lot of your kids passed away. A lot of my Scotta kids passed away. It's just like, dang, when we think about like how many kids came through ballroom that are no longer here with us, but like just crazy. I
have to say, we had to bring in ballroom like thousands.
When y'all get done with this conversation, I have my receipts.
Oh, well. You want to send them over?
Girl. Yeah, Grants, hold on one second. Because I tore this night.
No, but yeah, like thousands of people had to come and be, or definitely introduced to ballroom. Because even we used to do, remember that DJ? What was the DJ, the light-skinned man that used to make all of our songs? Like I had a Milan song. You had a Neiman Marcus, Jazz Blahnik. Yes.
What was the other Scotty name they used to commentate?
Adonis.
Baby.
Adonis.
You want Adonis' little track? What was it called? Adonis Ultra. I need work. What was that? That chant was seen.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel like I got cock. Sometimes I take it in my back.
Sometimes I feel like it's like
girl, that shit was girl. The girls don't commentate no more. They rap.
No, you know who? I was watching a clip of some, and Ball Boyers, I asked you who it was. It was some guy in Paris, and it was, at first it was a dark-skinned guy commentating, and then the light-skinned guy took over the commentating, and bitch, the Margiela boy was voguing to get, bitch, he was chanting his ass. Oh, you don't know who that was? Oh, bitch, he chanted down on that clip. I didn't even pay attention to the person voguing because the nigga was chanting so fiercely. I was like, bitch, who the fuck is that? Typhoon War. I don't know his name. But that bitch was chanting down. He was from Paris. Or he sounded like he was from the United States, but the ball was in Paris.
Oh, y'all got tour. Milan, I sent you the clip, Pooh.
I
sent it to Marcus, Pooh.
Yeah, you remember that night?
I haven't watched it yet, but I'll watch it. Was I there?
Yeah, you was on the panel.
Let me tell y'all one thing this late ass bitch Neiman Marcus did one time, y'all. I wore, speaking of Thaddeus, I had wore Miss Thaddeus the fuck out. Okay, do y'all hear me? Wore her out. But because they let me win over, I think it was Lala, girl, Neiman brought her fake ass up there and voted over me so motherfucking Thaddeus can win over me at this ball, girl. She was such a political ass bitch, y'all. It was a lot with this motherfucking Neiman Marcus, y'all.
There is no shade. Neiman has I can really honestly say it's certain people in ballroom like that I've like never, they never like voted over me, it'd be like Neiman, Kelly, Milan.
And Thaddeus was doing this sloppy ass fucking shit. I did like this push-up dip. Like I did a push-up, and I jumped back and went into the dip. I cleared Miss Thaddeus' late ass. It was just, her performance has always been just like, you know what I mean?
Like
yes.
1, 2, 3, 8,
and I did that.
I voted over you for Thaddeus?
Yes, because you were mad that I won over Lala. And you said, he was like, she shouldn't have, you literally said it. And I read y'all. Remember I got on the microphone and I read all of y'all?
Well, girl, that's probably the reason why I voted over you.
No, I read y'all after that. It was after the vote over.
Well, girl, I probably read you the ball before.
Girl,
no. It was all at the same ball. I had on a Superman outfit. And Thaddeus had on like a regular stupid ass outfit. And me and Lala, both these, I won over Lala. I won over whoever the other person was. And then me and Thaddeus was the last two people left. And girl, you voted over me for Thaddeus, and Thaddeus ended up winning. Tiana broke the tie, but I knew Tiana was going to vote for Thaddeus because Tiana is Thaddeus' gay mother. So I knew that was either, even though that's my sister, I knew she was going to vote for Thaddeus. And it was like Thaddeus' birthday or something.
Girl, I think I remember that ball.
When y'all voted on me, I took the microphone, bitch, and I read you, and you was like, bitch, well, they shouldn't have voted. You was like, they shouldn't have voted over Lala because that Lala should have won over you. I was like, bitch, what they got to do with this final battle? And you was like, well, girl, and you put your hands. And it was some queen on the panel from Detroit that nobody knew who she was. And she was on the panel, and she was like, and she was feeling it. And we were gonna get her ass. Bitch, me, Yasmin, and Jasmine was gonna get that bitch, but we end up paying the girl. But
you know who I used to always think was so fierce on the panel? She used to get on my motherfucking nerves. Girl, it's this motherfucking Solomon. Anytime I seen Solomon on the panel, I used to be like, girl.
Oh yes, Solomon don't have it with no bitch.
Solomon
didn't have it with no bitch. Solomon don't have it with no bitch. She would have the fat. When I tell you, no bitch in the Midwest could get the venues Miss Solomon used to get, and it'd be 10 people in that motherfucking ball.
And she used to give her all her money.
The venues used to be fucking disgusting. And it'd be 5 people there. They used to pay her. They pay her balls, bitch.
That girl has gotten as an industry. That girl has gotten UIC, by Chicago State. Like, Solomon has gotten fab venues.
Yes, she has. And nobody goes to. Trophies be nasty. Venues be nasty. What's up, retired supporters? And nobody will go to her shit.
That's my sister, though. I love Solomon.
She did not like me, baby. I don't know why.
Anthony, who were your like ballroom? Because I never really seen talking about like, not now. I'm talking about like when you were younger. Like, who was your crew? I never like really seen you like outside of ballroom like that. Like, who did you hang out with?
He used to be like Derek, and he used to always be in like little relationships. Like every time I used to see Wes,
yeah, I never really hung around nobody. I really never hung around nobody until I met James.
Yeah, he used to be like, only time he would hang around would be somebody he was dating, but he wasn't like.
I wasn't a social person.
Okay. So when you was
I
in
never
Indiana,
was a social person because when I first came out, I was Jason's child, and Jason used to always tell me that face kids don't hang around people.
When you was in Escada, you weren't Jason's child, was you?
Yeah, but I used to and then shit when I was in Escada, Ronson's crazy, and baby, he didn't let me hang around nobody. It used to be Lala. All people he used to let me hang around was like Lala and Tracy and White Cunt and them. Like, other than that, girl, he ain't play that. Girl, I was in the house. I was put up.
Okay.
I was put up, baby.
You know who was fine though from Indiana, and they still fine?
Who?
Chad.
Who?
Chad. He was in Escada. He walked.
I know exactly what you're talking about. He was fine.
Fine. He is fine now.
He is still fine.
Who is
My
Shad?
the love of my life was that Aga child that walks. I mean, that Allure child that used to walk sex siren from Chicago.
Who?
I forgot his name. That man was so fucking fine.
No, not Chuck.
Who?
Chuck wasn't in a...
Chucky was a rodeo. Was Chucky in Allure? Chucky was in Allure. Chucky was in Allure. Yes, he was. When him and Twan was in Allure too, but Twan was a Givenchy. But Chucky and Twan were both Allures. They was both Allures.
Twan. Baby Twan Allure, baby, what?
Twan was fine. He used to go with Maya, the tranny that was in Givenchy.
Girl, I used to thought that Twan was just so fucking fine, bitch.
Yes, they booked me for DC Pride. So I'm actually booked for Miami Pride and I'm booked for DC Pride. So I would be in Miami on Friday, Memorial Day weekend. I'm hosting a party in Miami, and then I will be in DC on Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. So I will be at both the prides this year. So
Twan. I haven't seen Twan or Maya in years. I don't even know what I wouldn't. Have y'all saw them?
The girls just disappear from ballroom. They come out and then they come get their life and then they leave.
I mean, they was in ballroom for a long time, bitch. People deserve. I feel like what I realized at my age is ballroom is a life. Once you in it, you're never gonna get out of it. It's a part of you for the rest of your life. And unless you just completely just disassociate yourself with it.
Yeah. I do feel like I remember at one point I was miserable in ballroom. Ballroom had really depressed me. This is probably the reason why I stopped commentating and I moved from Chicago. I started to hate ballroom. I started to hate in ballroom. I started to think that ballroom people were disgusting. And I hate to say that. I raised so many kids in ballroom and it was such a big part of my life. But it got to a point where I just felt like I couldn't grow. Like I couldn't get my master's or nothing because I was so busy trying to get to the next ball and commentate or trying to be at a ball because I felt like they weren't going to put anybody in the House of Moscato on the panel except me. And I knew that in my head, I had already reconciled that once I moved from Chicago, I already know that Escada in Chicago is going to go downhill. I know it's not going to be the same, but I had to kind of make that decision. Okay, Marcus, is it going to be ballroom for the rest of your life, or are you one day going to choose you? Which is why I'm shocked that Milan is getting back into ballroom because I was so proud of him when he actually he never let it go, but he kind of dipped in and dipped out. So I'm kind of shocked to hear him say that he's going to come to it. Not that I'm trying to deter you because I feel like you got everything under control, but I don't think I could ever come back to a ballroom the way that I used to be engulfed into ballroom. I don't know if I don't think I ever want to. And I know the only way that I feel like Escada will get to that point where Escada was Escada is if I really dive back into it. But I'm not willing to make that commitment no more and give all of that to ballroom anymore. I don't know if I don't think I'm really ready to invest all of me into ballroom like that anymore. That took a lot of me. So
I was telling Milan this not to deter him either, but I told Milan this when she told me, I'm like, girl, you don't want to start no house. You are setting yourself up for a whole nother 10 years of ballroom, shall.
But I'm never leaving. I'm never nowhere, no way. So it don't matter. So I'm gonna be here for another 10 years anyway. I might as well.
Girl, you know how I feel, but I'm paying it.
I know. Right. That's why I just said Ball Warriors. I'm gonna be here anyway. So it's might as well.
Yeah.
Let me keep on
I'm
here.
so show you. I'm so not into ballroom right now. It's like, child, people be gagging at me. They be like, Anthony, you going such this weekend? I'm like, no. They be like, girl, are you serious? I'm like, girl, no, I'm not going. Absolutely not.
I know, Ball Boys. I'm excited. I think it's going to be really, really dope.
I can't wait to see your premiere. Make sure you text me when you premiere so that I can make sure that I'm at that ball.
You didn't know I put your number in, so they're gonna call you when they get there.
They already in that. Okay, though. Okay, David.
All right.
Anthony, how was Houston's ballroom?
Late.
Okay.
Aren't you having a ball Dallas Pride weekend in Dallas, Anthony, or no?
Yeah, I'm having one Juneteenth weekend.
Yeah. A club member hit me up. I'm like, bitch,
yeah, we're doing the first Legends Ball here because I mean they've deemed all these people legend now. So
I'm so glad that Neiman came up too. I'm glad he's a part of the live. Like it just really like I'm so glad that he's a part of the live.
I love you, Milan.
I love you too.
I can't wait. Like I said, I'm about to get off. But
me
please,
too.
please make sure you text me.
You're probably gonna be at the ball that we choose to debut. You're probably gonna. I'm gonna make sure that it's very strategic. It's very smart. It's probably gonna be a really really big a ball that everybody's gonna be at.
Well, go to a lot of the balls that everybody's gonna be at. I try to stay away from those. I go to maybe 3 or 4. 4 is my max. So just make sure,
And by the way, I'm not. And this is for Anthony. I'm not the overall father of the house. I'm the founder. So I'm making an overall father and an overall mother. I'm just starting the house. I'm the founder. I don't want to be the overall father. I want to just have my own shit where this is my house. You know what I'm saying? That's I'm
you've
not
done this before though. That's my thing.
No, I haven't. I've never done this before. Beautiful.
Yes, you have. But I'm paying that.
Yeah, they got the package already.
I'm paying the grands. I'm paying.
Yeah, just pay it. Beautiful. It's okay. I love the House of
Get
West.
into it. For me. Ooh.
He's the reason why I came to the House of West, y'all. So this is when I told him about this. I've talked to him about this before. Like girl, I had this conversation with him already, and he was the same shit he's saying. The House of West is where I'm supposed to be in his mind. Period. It ain't he don't see nothing else but that. He's a founder of that.
It's not even that. It's not that. But I'm gonna support Milan regardless, though. That's what people just think, girl. I'll be giving Grants. I don't give a fuck with these faggots thing, honey.
Well, y'all, definitely, again, if you guys want to be a part of, you're interested in ballroom, even if you haven't walked the ball before, I am really big on building my own people. Like I really don't like taking people from different houses. I literally like to bring something new and kind of teach them. And I think it's more effective because when you bring a new face, they be so loyal to you. You know what I mean? So if you think you got what it takes, if you think you can walk face, you can walk realness, you can walk body, you can, walk labels, fashion categories, definitely hit me up. And if you are 007, you already been in ballroom, you're from the Kiki scene or whatever, you want to get into mainstream, hit me up. And if you would ready to leave your house and you just a fat bitch, then also hit me up as well. You know what I mean? I'm open to all of those things. But I am starting my own dynasty. This is a day for something new. And I think it's fun to kind of like shake up ballroom. It's always fun when a new house debuts and kind of shakes it up a little bit. Like that's what ballroom is all about. So definitely hit me up. I will be filming my journey. I will be filming the journey, and I will be doing my big one with this, and picking my co-founders, my overall mothers and my overall fathers. My overall mother is kind of already in the bag. She's really gonna gag you bitches. But I got some surprises. I'm definitely gonna pull out some celebrities, cunts, to come and walk, some fashion categories and just shake it up. You might see a Phaedra, a Nene Leak. You might see something like that. I wish Nikki was into ballroom. She's not into it at all. Like, she just be saying all of the shit that I be saying. But yeah, so definitely it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I think we're gonna have a really, 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 really good time. And yeah, it's gonna be a journey. I don't think it's gonna be easy. I know motherfucking West knows that I know that it ain't gonna be easy. And I'm just hopefully I get all of his support. And I appreciate you, Neiman, for coming up here and giving me your support and your love. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Milan, I saw you in one of Tiana Taylor videos. Yeah, that's I directed that music video. I directed that music video, actually. So yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I love y'all.